Hello everyone, I'm Nick from nextstepnick.com and today we're going to talk about Mists of Noyah. I'm assuming I'm saying that correctly, but I don't actually know because it's never actually said. I'm assuming it's Noyah? 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 I hardly know ya. Doesn't really work. Anyway, you select from a selection of different characters, and this is another one that feels kind of Terraria-esque, in that you're then using that character to explore this world, find different items and to farm and locate things that you need to make the items you need and grow different things. There's not really a tutorial per se, and it's quite buggy, so you don't really know what you're doing, to be honest, but the graphics are really, really nice. I think this is an example though of a game that has absolutely fantastic graphics but needs refining in other elements where graphics don't make the game, because there's not really story to kind of get your teeth into. The gameplay itself, the loop isn't that great because all of these animations take way too long to perform, so you'll tend to find that you take damage anyway. There's a huge selection of enemies, which in a game like, for example, like Castlevania would be a really, really lovely thing to enjoy, but in this, it's just a bit of a mess because you don't have the abilities that you need to deal with these enemies, so you don't really have like a block per se. So you're just jumping over an enemy's head, using a super, waiting for it to calm down, jumping over their head. And some enemies are faster than others, or they'll turn when you're in mid-air. The damage doesn't always seem consistent either, so sometimes you'll be at full health and you'll get one shot down to death. Other times you'll be fighting against something massive and huge and it will take 20 or 30 hits to kill you. It's a bit weird. I don't quite know what's going on there. There's a crafting system, which seems kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff to craft, and there's a lot of different places that you can craft in, especially in the home base. And it's a bit confusing because you don't have that tutorial. It says tutorial on the far right, you'll see there, but it doesn't actually talk you through what you're doing or why you're doing it or how to do it. It just kind of expects you to figure it out. And when you have figured it out, the problem is that the game bugs. So like now, for example, you'll notice on the right, I've equipped the items that it's asked me to equip, and it's not changed anything. I still need to do the same thing again. So I did it again, and then it dinged, and we moved on to the next part of the tutorial. The crafting as well takes a very long time. As you can see here, like cutting down trees and breaking rocks, it takes ages. And it looks lovely. It looks really, really nice. The world itself is really attractive. There's some really interesting biomes and some really nice music as well. I won't play it here, but there's some really nice music in it too. It's just, the actual core gameplay loop isn't that fun. I mean, you'll see there, that bat is getting through my main attack there, my AoE attack, and still hitting me. And I can't move whilst I'm doing that AoE. I tried some of the other characters as well, and it seems like there's a lot of showiness with not a lot of stopping power, and you can't really tell how much damage something is going to do. You'll do a special attack against some enemies and it'll one-shot them, then you'll do a different attack against those enemies and they'll be immune, or they'll take barely any damage. Likewise, the right trigger, right bumper, left trigger kind of attacks, they don't correspond to like range or stereotypical attacks. So for example, your right trigger is not always a long range attack. Your left trigger is not always a, close range attack. So you basically have to just trial and error it, and sometimes that means that you don't really remember which button does what. So in the thick of combat, you'll just end up getting killed. And with all of the bugs, it doesn't really work very well right now. It really needs to be fixed because at the moment it looks lovely. It looks lovely, but it's baseline unplayable at the moment, which is a shame because it's got potential. So more work needed. I wouldn't recommend right now. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget you can read all the latest articles on nextstepnick.com, or you can join me on Twitch by searching for nextstepnick on Twitch. I'll see you there.